back to a new reading vlog. This is going to be the reading vlog for Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. I just finished Throne of Glass a few days ago. That video should definitely be up by the time this one goes up. But yeah, Ray and I are doing a buddy read of the Throne of Glass series together, and so we are now moving on to Crown of Midnight. I did previously read this series. I got to book 4 or 5 in the series before I stopped, so I am starting all over again. I think I remember the gist of what happens in Crown of Midnight. I know that the romantic relationships with Dorian and Cole, I think is how you say his name, I'm not 100% sure, the captain of the guard. I know that those relationships kind of develop, and they have the whole love triangle thing going on. She's with both of them at different points in the book, I believe. And then we start to see more of Dorian's magic start to manifest, I think. And more hints as to who Celaena really is. And yeah, so this is at the end of Throne of Glass. Celaena just won the tournament. She is now the king's champion, basically the king's assassin. And so it's basically picking up after that, after she is now kind of free to no longer be in the tournament, and she thinks that all the mysterious things have kind of ended. And yeah, I'm excited to start it, to re-familiarize myself with what happens in this book before moving on. And yeah, I will check back in. I think I'm gonna try to check in every 50 pages, 100 pages or so, to get my thoughts and all that, unless something really good happens, or I find a quote or something I like. So yeah, let's get right into it. Welcome back. So it is April 17th. Now it's about 6:15 in the morning. I'm not sure when the last time I updated this was, but I am still reading Crown of Midnight. So I want to try to finish this week. We are going on vacation this week, and I would really like to be able to finish this before we head out. So I have about 3 days to get this done before we leave. So let's get to work. What I'm going to do is go ahead and separate this into chunks, depending on how much I have left. So I'm about just shy of halfway through, maybe. I am on page 167. So I'm going to see how many pages I have left, and then divide that by 3 days, and that'll be how many pages I need to read each day. So I am going to do that real quick. Okay, so I went ahead and divided that into 3 sections. I don't know if you can see that there with the post-it notes in there. So yeah, it comes out to about 83 pages a day. So not terrible. I mean, it's kind of a lot. I usually read anywhere from 50 to 100 pages a day, so it's kind of up there, but I think I can do it. So that is that. I'm going to focus on this today. So far I am liking this just as much as I did the first time. I really enjoy seeing Celaena and Cole's relationship developing in this one. Celaena starting to kind of figure out that things are not what they seem. She's starting to suspect what's the friend's name? Nehemiah, I think, is her friend. And Dorian is starting to realize that he may have more power than he realizes, which I think is one of my favorite things about these first couple of books. I actually really like Dorian as a character. And I didn't get far enough into Crown of Midnight to know like how big of a part he plays in the rest of the series. But I really enjoy him in these first 2 or 3 books that he's in. And I think I've always really liked the I don't know if juxtaposition is the right word, but like just how the king has outlawed magic and gone through so much to supposedly eradicate magic. Yeah, his own son has it like within him, within his blood, and he's the first person in however many generations in their family to have magic. I just love that. So yeah, I'm excited to keep going. I think I remember how this ends, but I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, I will give you guys an update once I get through this first part. So it is about 8 o'clock now, I think. I'm just sitting on the couch. I just spent the last like hour reading my like section of Crown of Midnight for tonight. So I did finish I think it was like 60 something pages that I needed to finish for tonight. So I have 2 more sections left. I'm more than halfway through now. I'm on page 250. So this next part is going to be a little bit spoilery, so if you have not read the Throne of Glass series, or if you, there went my bookmark, if you have not read Crown of Midnight and you don't want spoilers, now's the time to click out of this video. So I knew that I was coming to the part where Nehemiah was going to die. I didn't remember if it was like right at the end of the book, and then, you know, it was like the cliffhanger for, you know, leading into book 3. But it just happened. I'm on chapter 34, so I think there's still like 100 and it's probably close to 200 pages left. So I knew she was gonna die. I remembered that part, but I didn't remember that Cole. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. I feel like it's Chol or something. I should probably look up how you say his name, but I keep saying Cole. I forgot that he knew, or that he had been warned that the king was going to question Nehemiah, and that he didn't tell Selena about it, and that it's not his fault he didn't kill her, but it's kind of his fault that it could have been stopped and wasn't. I had totally forgotten about that part. So, but I think, if I remember correctly, I think that it wasn't actually the king that killed her. It was like the rebels, and this was done on purpose. Like, she sacrificed herself so that Selena would like wake up and become her true self again. There was a quick chapter, like 1-page chapter, where Nehemiah was talking to Elena, the like queen, the spirit of the queen or whatever. And they were saying that one of them needs to break, meaning either Selena or Dorian. And Nehemiah said that Dorian would be too hard to break, I think. And so they chose Selena. And I think this was their way of like kicking her into gear and like pulling pulling her head out of the sand, basically. And I think it was basically their way of forcing her to act. Nehemiah was basically the willing sacrifice in order to get Celaena moving and get her to save the people. They haven't actually confirmed that, but I'm pretty sure that's what's coming. I had forgotten also that Celaena attacks Cole, and Dorian stops it and uses his magic for the first time. I remember some of what's coming. Like, I remember the whole witches with the iron teeth thing. We kind of got that part of that with, like, I think it was, like, Baba Yellowlegs or something. Is her name in the book, the witch with the iron teeth that's in the carnival. I remember they're coming. I remember there's, like, one of the witches is, like, a popular character in the later books. I don't remember her name, though. But yeah, so far I'm liking this reread. Like I said, I really enjoyed this one. I liked seeing Celaena after the tournament and everything. The one thing I don't love about these is that her relationships with these men, like, start and end so quickly. Like, she was with Dorian for, like, a few chapters, then all of a sudden it was done. And then now she was with Cole for, like, a week, and now it's done. And I know she eventually ends up with Rowan, I think is his name. I got to, like, the very beginning of that, my first read through. So I know she ends up with him, and I don't know if that's, like, supposed to be who she's with, like, who she's supposed to be with. So I'm not really sure where all of these, like romance plot lines go. But I know things with Cole I don't think are done. I think eventually she forgives him. I remember his dad coming. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff. I keep kind of confusing this book and the next book, which I forget the name of it. But like I said, I'm hoping to finish this week, and then I probably won't be starting the next book in the series until we get back from our trip. So probably not until... And yeah, that is basically it for now. I will check back in tomorrow when I read the next section. I may see if I can finish it up tomorrow, depending on how much reading I have to do for Babel, to try to finish Babel, which I'm going to work on next. But yeah, that is it for now. I will check back with you guys tomorrow. Welcome back. So it is Wednesday, April 19th. I'm super excited because we are leaving on our trip tomorrow. I think I mentioned that earlier in the vlog. But I did finally finish kind of midnight. So I wanted to talk about my thoughts a little bit. The thing that I forgot about these books, so last time, let me look back here. I have all of them down here. Last time I got to Heir of Fire. The thing that I forgot about these books is that, especially the first two, maybe three, for me, the beginning, like the first half of the book is just, like, okay. Like, the buildup is there. There's, like, I guess that's the right word. The buildup, and the, like, escalation of the story. And then with these, I feel like the buildup happens, and then it, like, crescendos. And then the last, like, quarter of the book is where all of the, like, action happens and a lot of the, like, plot comes together. And the last, like, 4 chapters of these books are always really good, and they always end kind of in a little bit of a cliffhanger. And so that's the same thing that happened in Crown of Midnight. And I really enjoyed it. And what I like about these is that they're all, even though it's obviously all the same story within the same world, each one is different in that the first one was mainly about, like, the tournament, and then now this one was kind of a little bit of a mystery, as far as Celaena trying to figure out what these marks meant, who these creatures are, trying to puzzle out this riddle. So it's not like the same, like, each book progresses the story further, but they each focus on a different thing, which I really like. and I really liked the, like I said, like the mystery elements of this one. I had forgotten how it ended. I like the way that these characters are kind of puzzling the pieces of what's going on, like each of them individually. Like Dorian's trying to puzzle together his magic and how he has magic and how he's gonna hide it. And then Celaena was focusing on like the riddle and what happened to Nehemiah and all of those things. And then Cole is kind of off to the side now, wriggling out who Celaena really is. And so I like how they each have their own independent kind of stories within the story. And yeah, I really liked this one. The next one is, I guess Heir of Fire is the next one. Maybe I got to Queen of Shadows. I think I actually got to Queen of Shadows, which is the the fourth book in the series. So I'm excited to start that one. I won't be starting that until May sometime. I vaguely remember what this one is about. I think this one's more centered on Dorian, and I believe, if I remember correctly, this one ends, not this one, not Crown of Midnight, but the next one, what did I say it was? Heir of Fire, I believe ends on a cliffhanger as well. So I like that. I like that. I want a book to leave me guessing, to leave me wanting more, and wanting me to immediately pick up the next book. And that is what these books do, which I think is important because there are, let's see, there are 8 books in this series. So I think it is important that the books end off on a note where you're going to want to know more. You're going to want to know what happens next. And so you're going to be called to start the next book right away. And these definitely do that. So, yeah, that is it for this reading vlog. It's kind of spanned a good amount of time. But that's probably going to be the case with all of these, especially as they get longer. And yeah, that is it for now. I hope you enjoyed this reading vlog. If you haven't already, please like this video, comment down below, let me know if you've read this series. What did you think of these? Which book in this series was your favorite? And make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for all my future videos. A ton of vacation, travel, Disney content coming. So if that interests you, make sure to do those things. And I will see you guys in the next one.